There you go. Thunder here, Wakia, in the spirit of Crazy Horse Geronimo and Sitting Bull and Panthers and Hawks and Eagles and all things that have a spirit, which means everything. Man, do I feel good. Got a chance to get back into some ritual, particularly the drum and flute, which are the oldest instruments on earth and which I play. Fortunately, I shouldn't say I play, that's wrong. The drum plays me, okay? The drum plays me. And the flute plays me. And the spirit of the drum plays me, and the spirit of the flute plays me, and I allow it. Now, that doesn't mean you don't know rudiments of your instrument, because I've been playing the drums since, I'd say, 6 years old? Probably before that. So I'm into drums, baby, and that is the oldest instrument, second oldest instrument. There's debate about that, but it is one of the oldest instruments, and the flute might be the first, okay? So you have to honor the spirit of the drum and honor the spirit of the flute. And the gods that surround the drums and the gods that surround the flute. Particularly Kokopelli for the flute, for sure. Man, the drums are so deep and dark and tribal, baby. So rhythm and resonance is what that's all about. Rhythm and resonance. Rhythm and resonance, flute and drum. And they can be interchanged, okay, because you can have rhythm on the flute, okay, and resonance, okay, and you can have resonance and rhythm on the drum. So you got the best of both worlds. It's all about frequency and energy. Sure feels good to just open up my back door here, look out upon the desert, and call down hawk. And that's what I did today. It was a beautiful thing, and I always honor that. They love the sound of the drum and they love the sound of the flute. And so I got a bit of hawk medicine going today. And that sure feels good because you fly high above it all, okay? You fly high above it all. And with each spirit that you honor by doing ritual, okay, you take on the energy and you take on or inner chi, if you, the energy or inner chi of that spirit. And you let it flow through you. And again, the drum plays you, or you play the flute, or you try to play the flute, but really it plays you. So the flute plays you, the drum plays you, the cello plays you, the tuba plays you. Whatever instrument you pick up, you honor the spirit. The Navajo call it the holy wind when they play flute, Native American flute. This flute of mine was made by a Navajo. And it's got the bird fetish on it, which I honor, a winged one. I'm into winged ones, And then I was also getting into it a little with the drum here. Now this is a hoop drum, okay, and it's got the Thunderbird on it. Here he comes. Anyway, it played me. What can I say? Yeah, so this is all about the shaman's eyes, the shaman's honoring the shaman spirit also. Because any time that you can tune into shaman spirit through any instrument, and you can do that, shamans can come right down from past ages into whatever shaman that is beckoning them. And not only that, but let's talk about grounding, okay? And let's talk about shape-shifting. And let's talk about summoning spirit to shape-shift. That's done through participation in ritual and detaching yourself from yourself and letting that spirit move through you. I came into some panther medicine today. Panther medicine. Tucho or Tocho in Hopi. Powerful medicine, and in all tribes they honor either the mountain lion or the panther. It's very strong medicine. It's very yin medicine. It's very kundalini medicine. Kundalini medicine. And I've explained kundalini before, which is also the serpent energy that rises up the spine when you do ritual that calls it. When you do ritual that calls it. And sometimes when you tune into that energy, you can slip right into panther energy, inner chi. That's what causes the shape shift. And when you summon it down, you shape shift into that animal, that totem. And it feels good. Feels real good. But you always honor it, see. You always honor it. It's a power that is bestowed upon you when you're in tune with nature, when you are reverent to nature, and when you return to primal energy. Primal energy. And when you get primal, baby, you're just about ready to do anything. I laugh, and it's funny, but on the flip side, it's deep. It's real deep. So anyway, Hikaria Apache. Hikaria. I just had to say that for some reason. Was thinking about the Apache people too. Being out here in the desert recalls and reinstills and renews pleasant memories of my childhood in Arizona. Just awesome. Okay. And the spirit of the desert is awesome. And I knew that as a kid, you know. I knew it. I felt it and experienced it. And as a young man, not a kid too. From being a little toddler to late teens. And then I went on different journeys And here I am back again in the desert, and boy, does it feel good when I'm allowed to, when I allow myself to tune into it and not get distracted by things that are mundane. Things that are mundane. So I was out walking around in the desert today, breaking in my bare feet. It's not like walking in the grass, folks. So I have to break myself into it like I did when I was a kid, because when I was a kid, I keep saying kid. Maybe that's the way of the shaman. One of the ways is being childlike. Oh, incidentally, a lot of tribal people believe that Yeshua had panther medicine. Yeshua, Jesus, had panther medicine. I won't go into that in detail, but there is documentation of sorts that indicate that the name of that Jewish family actually meant having something to do with the panther. I'm losing my shades here, man. I think I'm losing my mind, too. Oh, I already lost that a long time ago. So anyway, where was I? Jicarilla, Apache. No, it's Jackarillo, man. Man, they have an interesting story about... there's an interesting legend that they had about the mountain lion and the fox. There was a fox involved in that too, I believe. I can't remember the whole story, but it went something like that a fox was hungry, couldn't find any food, and along came a mountain lion, and the mountain lion said, I can get your food for you, I'll do your hunting for you. Let's make a deal here. I'll do the hunting. And the fox went, okay, I can go for that. So the mountain lion took a nap, I think, and he told the fox, wake me up if you see dust on the horizon. Wake me up if you see dust on the horizon, because that'll mean animals are moving our way. So the fox was diligent while the mountain lion was sleeping, and did see dust on the horizon, and immediately woke up the mountain lion. And the mountain lion took a closer look and saw that the dust was from a herd of horses coming their way. And there was a spring there that all the animals went to get water and refresh themselves. So the horses made their way down to the spring, and the mountain lion knew where this spring was. And as soon as they got there and were enjoying themselves, he leaped out of nowhere and pounced on their back. And he sunk his teeth into their neck and his claws into their body and brought them down, ripping asunder, and gave the horse to the fox. And the fox noticed what I guess the story goes that the fox noticed what the mountain lion did, and how he jumped on the horse, took it down. So somewhere along the line, the mountain lion and the fox separate. And I think the reason they separated was because the fox said, I can hunt the horse now. I can hunt the horse now. And when the fox met a coyote that was hungry, made a deal with the coyote. He made a deal with the coyote, the trickster, to go hunt food and hunt a horse in particular. And when the horses showed up, they made the deal, and when the horses showed up, the fox jumped on the horse's neck just like the mountain lion did, got tangled up in his mane, and got trampled to death. That's the end of the story. Now you get out of that story whatever you want to get out of it. Think about it a while. I think every person's supposed to get out of that what they want to get out of it. But that's why I said the Apache people are, without a doubt, legendary and spiritual and everything that thunder likes. Thunder Tocho. Maybe I'll take on a new name, Thunder Tocho, Thunder Panther. Of course, Tocho would be in Hopi. You know, that happened quite often in back in tribal days, where a person would start off with a name and end up with another name. Take, for instance, Crazy Horse's name was Gigi when he was young, and then Tosunke Witko later on. And many, many tribal people like that changed their names as they went on, or adopted a new name which is just as good as their other name. And sometimes they were given secret names by a certain special type person in the tribe that did that kind of thing. And they were a name that only that, it was a medicine man, and the name would be one that was just between them and only they knew. And supposedly a lot of the names were, how do you say it today? Naughty? They were embarrassing and naughty and not so embarrassing, but just something that you just kept between you and whoever gave you that name. Kind of funny, kind of like that aspect. It goes right along with the secret societies, like the Silent Eaters Society with the Lakota people, the Silent Eaters. I've done videos on that. So getting back to the original premise of resonance and rhythm and ritual, I know I got off on a tangent then, but that's part of ritual too, storytelling. Storytelling's part of ritual, because it passes on ancient wisdom. Ancient wisdom, and the story, what you get out of the story, what that energy has, the effect that that story might have on you, might release or unlock something. Just like when you call down spirit in the form of an animal and you allow that form to take you over, it's an honorable thing. Love it. So anyway, yeah, Thunder does take his journeys, doesn't he? He does take his journeys. I guess I'll leave it there today. Sometimes I just do these spur-of-the-moment videos and I let spirit flow through me. And I want to thank all those around me that send me good energy, and I know a lot of you do. And I try to send it back. See, some things you don't understand about thunder, maybe I should explain, is I send back energy all kinds of ways. I might send it through a picture, or I might send it through something like a video, or I might send it through something like a word, or I might send it through something like direct energy right through the freaking air. Why not? We're all one. None of us are separate. Just like we're all one with the spirit world and the spirits of the animals. So it's good to let that totem energy into your life. The hawks did appear for me today, and first they came in a series of 3. They always seem to come in 3s for thunder for some reason. And they circle around. I know the reason, I'm just being facetious. They circle around, okay, and they do their motion of like, okay, because I was doing ritual to send somebody energy. And they come and carry that energy. They come and carry it. And sometimes I send it in a prayer, or I don't like the word prayer, a thought, an intention, affirmation, a feeling that just suddenly might come over someone. So anyway, got some new members of the Campfire Council, and I want to welcome them. Got a few new members. People are starting to realize that there's a lot more to prepping and being prepared, let's say, and survival. There's a lot more to it than here on the physical level, the physical plane. There's that, which is very important, but there's also that which is higher, which is more important, or just as important, so that you have the two in sync with one another and you have that tribal energy that permeates your soul. I'll leave it there today, okay? One last thing, I was thinking about the Apache people and the name and pronunciation and all that stuff, and most people don't realize that the Apaches, after the migration, lived not only in New Mexico and Arizona, but way down in Mexico, okay? And they interbred down there, and they a lot of times inflections on names in Apache came from that area. Thunder's been all over that area, deep down in Mexico. Many, many spirits down there of the land. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. Adios, people.